Welcome to the Elk Season Podcast, Season 5. Is it episode 6?
Yeah.
Only episode 6.
We missed an entire month.
And
for all the right reasons.
Episode 6. Today is April 2nd, 2026. We are 150 days away from Elk Season. We are the Chambers Brothers. My name is Harold.
I'm David.
And today on the Elk Season Podcast,
we have some things going down with the Idaho... the Idaho Commissioner of Fish and Game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost said that wrong. The Idaho Commissioner of Elk Hunting is what I almost said, but Idaho Commissioner of Fish and Game.
Close enough.
Utah law on licenses and land use, which is interesting. Idaho's removed 3 wolves for elk population management. Advantage Archery here in Twin Falls did something unique in the last couple of days. We'll talk about wolf attack in Germany.
Yeah.
9, you say?
Yeah. A wolf attack on a human.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fur sales in Colorado are in question, and a bullfight. All that and more in the Elk Season Podcast.
Right. How long?
Chilled monkey brains.
All right. Where are we starting?
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start in Idaho?
Yeah, that's the biggest story right now.
And I text you and I'm like, yeah, more details are coming out. And did I find out any more details? No, but you probably know some details. But the Idaho Commissioner of Fish and Game was arrested.
Yeah.
For poaching.
Charged,
rather. Yeah.
Charged with poaching. Yeah, like a bunch of counts.
Yeah, and it was a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty big string, and I don't even know what it is, because pending investigation, we could have stories from the commissioner, we could have stories from employees, we could have all kinds of things going on. I really don't know what it is about, other than to be continued on the Elk Season Podcast.
Yeah,
when the plea is made, when
right.
whatever happens in court, when that's over. But it seems extra shocking.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we've talked a lot about poaching here, and there's been a lot of big poaching cases in Idaho lately.
Yeah.
And I can't help but wonder if this is tied into one of those, because he was, I guess for lack of a better expression, laundering his poaching through avenues.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Where it eventually exposed him when those people got caught.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the webs we weave.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's big news, and it's sad news for Idaho.
Because it sets a bad example. It indicates entitlement in a way, and it's
and it stains every other Idaho Fish and Game employee.
Yeah.
It does, unfortunately. I hate saying that. Right? But anyway,
to be continued.
To be continued, as always. We'll keep an eye on it. It is happening in Idaho.
Oh, tablet. I just want to make sure I didn't have anything more substantial to say about it, because I felt like I didn't. I thought I had clipped some of the articles that I had read where it talked about the charges, and I just got the headline. So never mind on that. And what's next? Should we stay in Idaho and talk about the removal of wolves for elk?
Yeah, I only saw this as a story. And I know Idaho's been trying to remove wolves. I told you I spent some time with Jared. I drove from Kooskia, Idaho to Lolo, Montana, one of the most densely populated regions in the lower 48 with wolves. And I texted Jared. He's from Montana. Yeah. I go, hey, buddy, I'm bringing my rifle and a wolf tag, just so you know. We ended up steelhead fishing. But I'm like, hey, let's bring a rifle and a wolf tag. He goes, it's still wolf season in Idaho? Wolf season doesn't end in Idaho.
It's an active predator management approach.
They're so hard to kill. They have to hire people to go do it. And there is a $2,000 to $2,500 bounty on almost every wolf in Idaho.
Really?
$2,000.
I guess I better dust off my old 270.
Yeah. I said the same thing to my buddy Jason. I go, hey, man, 10 wolves a year, that's a 20 grand side hustle, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. He goes, man, even the trappers, the trapper, I think the best trapper this year got 5. or maybe it was only 2. They are so hard. They are so hard to kill. But on that note, I've been going down a path to hunting wolves. We've been talking about it for a couple of years. I told you I wanted to get into coyotes, understand dogs a little better. That and I'll tell you, Jason, who I go out with, has helped me so much. And I'm really excited to still do coyotes and get after wolves. I do want to harvest them when their fur is at its peak, but I will harvest one.
Regardless.
Any chance I get.
Providing the correct licensure and tags are in place.
Yeah, and I think it's $13.25 a tag.
That's not
right.
That feels like the tags of yesterday on deer and elk.
Yeah. There's more than 1,000 wolves in Idaho, and they have to make They have to make a special announcement when they kill 3.
Yeah,
that's hard. That's hard. Anyways.
Well, but managing the predator population, you pulled me around to that logic, and I appreciate it. And we talked recently, and I just want to reiterate this point because I think it's important for me to say it out loud so I can remind myself, but I hope somebody else can hear it too. Again, it's not 100% the best perspective, but it seems logical to me, and that is understanding how elk populations shift with predation of wolves.
Yeah.
And that is like the population, like we hear from people, I've heard from hunters I've run into, since the wolves are here and they're causing the elk populations to go down. It's a yes, no answer to that. We can't just apply elk populations decreasing across the state of Idaho or in the state of Montana. It's the population within Montana, sure, might have a reduction regionally, but the overall population still might be healthy.
Yeah.
And so, but you hear a population in a particular area, and maybe hunters like to go there. Yeah, maybe the elk population is down, but then it becomes sort of this megaphone for it's happening everywhere. And that's not a reality as we've discussed recently.
Yeah, I saw another clip from the Meat Eater podcast with Steve Ranella talk about this issue. And they talk very specifically about the Lolo to Kuskia area, and in Montana, right? Because if you take the state population of elk and say, wow, it's this, and the state population of elk only goes down by this much, oh, that's perfect. But if you go by region, if you count that Lolo region, right? Oh, the Lolo region elk herds were this, and now they're this. It is serious locally. That's why they had to take those wolves.
Yeah.
Because it's a serious problem locally, and it's hard to kill those wolves in the backcountry where elk hang out.
So we're, as much as we have learned, and you've talked about that here in Idaho, we're still trying to understand that active management process, and we'll just get better at it.
And trapping that raccoon in my shed.
Oh, that's right.
Was a really big part of understanding how much trappers do for management. Everywhere. There was another clip I didn't show you from TikTok where the guys are talking about, hey, if we can just get more guys to hunt raccoons and help keep the raccoon population low, our turkey seasons will explode with excitement.
Huh.
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. Well, it makes sense.
I didn't know what raccoons eat turkeys, or
turkey eggs. They devastate.
Oh, okay. So
they devastate some nests. Right, I'm sure that's what raccoons would do to my eggs. They probably might kill my chickens too, but if they got in there, the eggs is money. That's what the skunks
my thinking
want.
is that they're looking for a chicken sandwich. They're looking for an egg.
They want
omelet.
a turkey sandwich. Do you have the
turkey
club?
omelet?
A little BLT. So understanding that relationship, just getting hunters to understand that relationship, and that's sort of where I've come around to hunting wolves. Before, like in 1995, when the wolf question came out, and it's so controversial, I'm like, why are you guys complaining? That's so cool. We'll get to hunt wolves someday, right? And they're never going to let you do that. And in my mind was, well, right? Once they get up to a certain number, right, there'll be enough. Just like the elk. If we have enough elk, we can hunt them. If we didn't have enough elk, they wouldn't give us tags.
Right.
Right? If we have enough wolves, they'll give us tags. Everybody's like, no, you'll never get to hunt a wolf. Maybe I'll never get to kill one.
But you've already had the opportunity to. I mean, because anytime you're out, you could be actively hunting a wolf because
I've seen wolves
Yeah.
while hunting. When they were legal, I was legal. I had I known more about calling, I would have been ready. I think I might have been able to pull those wolves in a little bit closer.
Oh, wow.
So, because they go crazy for coyote pup distress,
Oh.
right? And Jason's giving me some little mouth reads and giving me some tutorials on making different coyote sounds with a reed. And so, anyways, so much to learn still.
Yep.
My goal is a side-by-side, fully enclosed with a heater on tracks.
Okay.
Because you just have to cover so much country. You can't get into the Copper Basin, right? Unless you have something with a track. You have a snowmobile,
Yeah.
and I'm just old. I want a heater. Anyway, right? Yeah.
Young or old heater.
Yeah. So that's the goal. so we'll see. But I really want to hunt some more wolves. And I want to hunt wolves and bear this spring.
Okay.
So it opens April 15th.
Tax day, not just for humans.
Yeah, I don't think you can get into the Copper Basin until May 1st. It doesn't even open
And
from Bora.
and even though we've had a light water year here, it's been snowing up there today.
Yeah, we had the pebble snow today, the hail snow.
Yeah.
And there's always one memory I have with you. That hail snow brings me back. Little round balls of snow just pelting you in the face.
I don't know. I've got a few memories here.
The one that sticks with me the most is the three of us, you, me, and Slim, walking back from White Sulphur Springs to the Galt Field. Dennis had a rifle. We didn't want to leave that in the truck alone. I was carrying a spare tire.
Yeah.
Right, and you were 9.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
We're all walking backwards with the snow pelting us on our backs with our thumb out.
Yeah.
And it was
right.
the Galt family ranch that found us and said, "Okay, we'll help you get a tire." And they took us into town and
That was
and we were
day.
hiking back and with our thumbs out, and who stops with a giant Suburban? Mrs. Galt.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I know right where you boys are. Jump in." And she took
Yeah,
us all the way
that
back
was-
to the car. I wasn't even late for work.
That was crazy.
It's so great. But it was that pebble snow. You're like, as soon as we left town, you leave White Sulphur Springs and you cross the railroad tracks and you're like out of town.
Yeah.
There's no stoplights in that town. And as soon as we cross the tracks and we're like out of town, we're like thumbs out. That's when the snow started. And you're like, oh, God, this is going to be a long day.
I guess I was pelty snow. I have different snow memories. I realized.
Yeah.
So the pelty snow, it took me a minute to get there. Yeah. That was definitely it's a weak memory for me, but it's there.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Well, when you were much younger.
Yeah. Another memory is this was more or less probably 2 or 3 years later. We went to Prospect near Wisdom.
Yeah.
And we were in your
It was
Camaro.
a K car.
The Camaro.
I never had a Camaro.
Sorry, not the Camaro.
Yeah, Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, thank
Yeah.
you. Monte Carlo. And we were trying to find a place to camp, and we finally found a place, but it was like snowing on us while we were putting the tents up. And then
Wow.
we woke up the next morning, you had a flat tire. And we got out on the road and we had to change your flat.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
It was like a quick overnighter and I don't even remember the context, but I was just
Yeah.
like, man, it was so cold. And we had those silly flap gloves. That would soak in because it was a really wet snow that was hitting us.
God, yeah. Miserable being cold, but it's worse being wet and cold.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So,
Anyway, good memories from the snow. Good memories of hunting and our buddies.
so we're talking about wolves.
Yeah.
Wolf attack in Germany.
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
Well, I know it's one of the only towns in Europe I've ever been to.
Okay.
Hamburg, which is a giant city.
Do you think that wolf was looking for a hamburger?
So probably, I think.
Sorry.
They. So the headline says that
Didn't even
they're-
give me a courtesy laugh.
I know. I
That
can't.
was too much.
It's too much. I hear a lot of dad jokes. Anyway, from the guy at work
Challenge accepted.
and the guys at the gym. Anyways, so they're just talking now about allowing hunting of wolves in Germany
Yeah.
again. So hopefully we get to
Timely.
see. What's that?
I said timely.
Yeah. So as always, To be continued. Let's see
Yeah.
where hunting in Germany goes. Wolf attacks are so exceedingly rare, even in Europe, right? That just a bite is called an attack. I think it was just one bite,
Yeah, that's.
right? I don't know if that's an attack.
I don't know. I don't know any of the details on that one.
And Hamburg's a really big city. It's a huge port city, and fairly close to England in the north. And so it may have been on the outskirts, obviously somewhere where wolves might be. But so to be continued. Wolf hunting season in Germany.
We'll come back to Colorado.
Okay.
And so say you kill your wolf
Yeah.
and you have a fur,
Yeah.
but you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
This is a potential problem in Colorado. It's not that it's happened yet, but
Yeah.
there's conversation about
Right.
this. I don't
Right.
think it will come to fruition.
Yeah.
But tell us more.
The number one thing you can do to get clicks is rage bait.
Right?
Right. And so politicians know how to rage bait. And I think that's all this is. I think this is a stupid rage bait. We're not this is so dumb. This is so dumb to not sell fur or any fur animal part. You can't sell an elk-haired caddis fly to go
Yeah.
fly fishing in Colorado,
Yeah.
right? You can't sell beaver. If it passed, the results would be catastrophic. Sure, you could still trap and hunt, but you'd have to go out of state to sell those furs.
Yeah.
That's a big expense. These trappers don't make tons of money.
no.
I mean, they're all scraping by. Some of them have really good years, but most of them just scraping by. It's hard work. They got to trap those. You got to check those traps every 24 hours for 3 or 4 months during trapping season in the worst weather you can imagine. Look, I'm trying to talk myself into it. I just got to stop. It sounds so miserable. I want to do it. It's like CrossFit. Or elk season. It sounds so dumb.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, I know. But it's so dumb, but you have
So,
to do it.
If you go west from Colorado, you find Utah.
Yeah.
And in Utah, I came across this headline of Utah passed a law that would require anyone using a wildlife management area. So it's management areas
WMAs. Okay.
to buy hunting or fishing licenses, even if they're not hunting or fishing.
Okay.
And I think there's a well-intended idea here.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be wrapped in a different type of language.
Yeah,
And it needs
yeah.
to be more inclusive to everybody who might be using the areas.
Yeah.
And it's like a land use fee. And here in Idaho, with our license, now again, if you buy a license in Idaho, you are given a fee
Right.
for land use.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with saying like anybody who wants to use public land to make sure that we have resources, financial resources to upkeep trails, to keep roads
To manage
open.
that public land.
I think it's a fair ask
Yeah.
to
So
say
do I.
a nominal fee from the general public. I mean, we're already asked to do this for state parks,
Yeah.
for national parks, and other things. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And all this like, well, what are we going to do with this land? We can't afford to manage it. Well, like, why don't we start collectively as a society supporting the financial need for the upkeep by giving a little
Do
bit
you
back?
really love your public lands? Everybody's ready to buy a sign and protest. Are
Yeah.
you ready to pay a fee and manage it and take good care of it?
I am.
So am I. I've been doing it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it. I get mad at people calling it tag soup,
Exactly.
right? That is your contribution to conservation, and you should be proud of it.
Exactly.
And other people should feel that. Other people should feel that pride and get yourself a license to use the public lands.
Exactly.
Because like I said before, the population is really exploding. This new census for Idaho just
Yep.
came out. Population is up big. Hunting populations are down,
Yeah.
and recreation use is up.
Yeah.
So there's less money going to those public lands, and people across all the states are going to have to find new ways to raise money to manage that public land. And I see this as an idea, as a beginning idea of, well, we got to do something. And so we might see some things come along in the near future to help address that issue.
Yeah. So those are kind of all the big stories.
Yeah.
You said ask you this on the
Yeah. Go ahead.
podcast. What's
Go
a
ahead. I'm
cash
daring you.
hauler?
Asking me.
cash hauler.
A cash hauler is a framed backpack
Okay.
with a fold out. It almost looks like a seat.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen them, right?
Yes.
And that's you have to when you have a pack, and you're packing meat, you need it to be as close to your center of gravity as possible.
Yes.
And if it slips down below your butt, it's gonna hammer your rear end all the way to wherever
Okay.
you're hiking. It can be miserable. So packing is really important. So I found this pack at the DI. It's the Deseret Industries. It's a secondhand store here in Twin Falls. Okay.
Okay.
For $5.
So funny because I was somewhere recently and I saw something that
It was
looked
covered in hair and blood, but I took my 105-pound son and put him on that seat. And I
Yeah.
was able to carry him around for a couple minutes there at the DI.
okay.
And you bet I paid $5 for that.
So
Yeah.
I had one of these in my hands at the Mustard Seed, and I didn't bring it home.
Really?
Yeah.
So when the guys helped me pack out my elk, right? One of them had one of these, and the frame itself has just a couple flaps that open up, and you can put something in it, and then zip those flaps and keep
Yeah.
it really close to your center of gravity. Well, you can do that with an unframed backpack.
Yeah.
You can just put your unframed backpack inside the frame.
Yeah.
And now you can carry everything you need. If you have to put game, you have to carry game or something heavy, you take your backpack off, you put that game, that heavy meat close to your center of gravity, then you put your backpack in and you zip it up. So it was a huge find.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was great. I mean, those things are $250, brand new. And I also found another bow for Ozzy.
Okay.
He's autistic. He doesn't, today's World Autism Day, by the way. He doesn't have the dexterity. He has therapy 3 times a week. He wants to shoot the bow, but he's scared of it. You feel how much pressure is there. You recognize that power, right? That is, what's the physics term, right? That is stored energy.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel it, and it can be scary if you don't. So like wielding a chainsaw, right? If you're not used to it, that's a scary power. But when you get used to it, yeah, then you can. But so I found this one. It's totally a toy, but I have 3 of my arrows that fit, and he can just go to the process of pulling his hand back to his cheek and letting go. And it goes a whole 10 yards, but he was able to stick the target. When other times he would use a recurve that it's not even legal. It doesn't even pull 40 pounds, right? You can't hunt with it. But he was so scared of it, he would just go back in the house crying. He wants to shoot the bow. He wants to, but it's just a little too much for him. So I talked to his therapist about it. She goes, well, downsize. And that day we went to the DI and found this little bow.
Cool.
And so yeah, it's very fun. He likes to do it. He's excited about it. And
It's speaking of archery,
yeah.
I credit Advantage Archery here in Twin Falls of helping me understand the dynamics of arrows and how they leave the bow and how my bow was working with that. So that's why I do the fletchings I do, and that's why I eventually got into a fall away rest.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful for that from them. And so they made a special announcement yesterday.
Yeah, incredible.
And the images
A
amazing.
rooftop outdoor range. Now, there's a lot of great businesses downtown Twin Falls, and I know one of the guys owns a tanning salon down there. He has a rooftop. His house is there, right? He lives above the tanning salon, and above that, he has like a balcony, rooftop balcony.
Uh-huh.
And I know there's a lot more real estate. It's hard to get real estate downtown, but the archery place, they have a basement. You can shoot in the basement year round, which is great.
Yeah.
When it gets dark at 5 o'clock. Right. And it doesn't get dark till 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But to have something outdoor in the light, it just looks fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that earlier, and I didn't see it now. It says April Fools.
Yeah, I fell for every word until it said April Fools. and then I look and I go,
My thing was you showed this to me, and I kept like walking away from it. I didn't even finish. I just,
kept-
that's cool. And I just took it at its word, and I didn't even get to the
Right.
like, the joke was
Right.
lost on me, except that it would have caught up with me eventually when I went down there to investigate. Hey, where's this cool shooting range?
Yeah.
That's what would have happened had you not brought my attention to that line.
I know, I kept
4
holding
times.
the phone up. I kept holding the phone up. Like and he's like 3 or 4 times like, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
that
We'll have to
looks
go
like
down there.
fun. I can't wait. Are you saying you want to go? You want to get a membership? Do you want to? Are you still reading? I'm holding the phone up. We can talk without me holding the picture in front of your face. Anyway,
It's right
I had to
effing
tell
there.
him. I had to tell him April Fools. I got my boss on April Fools
Yeah.
because we had to take the dog to the vet for an ear infection, so I was late. And I said, "Sorry, I was late. I had a job interview." And he's like, "Whoa, wait, what?" I go, "Man, I haven't had one in a long time. They suck." And I'm so trying to hide my non-poker face. I bend over and tie my shoe while he's asking me questions. And I go, "What's today?" He goes, "Wednesday?"
That's great.
I go, "No, man, it's April 1st." Oh, you.
Good for
I'm
you.
like, "What? Do you want more hours?"
Good for you. You could have used that to your advantage.
No, there's a little truth in every joke. So go ahead and make some jokes.
The last thing on here is this fun bullfight.
Yeah. So this bullfight, there's a couple points to be made.
Yes.
Number 1, Estes Park, Colorado.
Yeah.
Number 2, there's buildings in the background. It's happening on roadways.
Yeah. It's happening in public space. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not really.
This is not the wild, and it's not Yellowstone.
No. I think the elk in Yellowstone are more timid than these things.
You would think, and the wolves are coming. Where are the wolves going to go? It's going to change. It's going to change everything we understand about Colorado elk because they are going to behave so much more differently. When Steven Rinella was talking on the Meat Eater podcast about wolves, they're not just hunting and killing like sick and injured. They're also breaking them up. Right?
Yeah.
They split up and they end up grazing in different places and mixing with other different elk, right? They keep them on the move. So they keep they keep them healthy by running them a little bit more, by keeping them just a little bit busier. And the slower, right? You see all these people make comments and on, hey, there's these 5 elk chasing 3 or 4 of these bulls, right? And the comment is, do these bulls look unhealthy to you?
Yeah.
Right. And my comment is, well, who's the slowest one?
Yeah.
Right. And is the slowest one faster than the wolves? We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Right. But at least they're running in the winter, getting some fresh air in their lungs.
There is that. I could do more of that in the winter.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, for sure.
That's why I started skiing.
So the elk picture in Colorado is going to change so dynamically, so crazy. And we're here to watch it. We've been talking about it for years on the Elk Season podcast.
Yeah. Oh, we've been.
Yeah.
It's like we're slobbering at the mouth for it.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it's like, how's it going to look? We get to be on the side for this.
Yeah.
I actually get to be an adult for it because I was a child when I was kind of disengaged with hunting and all of that stuff in the 90s. I didn't start getting back into hunting until 04, 05, but then it took almost another decade for me to feel like I could actually sustain this because I didn't have confidence, I didn't have skill, and it took that
We
time.
didn't have a list of spots.
Yeah.
Buck in Montana, we knew where to
Yeah,
go.
we did.
We just grew up there. It was hard to find a bunch of new spots, but it's been fun and exciting finding those spots.
Yeah. Once you get through some of those initial painful learning curves of the process and get better equipment and you get better, more knowledge and more experience, it takes time, but it's a fun.
The first time I killed an
process.
elk, I virtually threw a dart.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, this is where I want to go. This is where I think I'm going to go. I 100 yards from that dot is where I shot from.
Yeah.
I mean, so crazy,
But through
so lucky.
experiences and reading, I broke down. I used the logic from that elk tactics book.
Yeah.
Of how to look for elk inhabited areas, look for places with long finger ridges, and that's where it led me to our current area.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of places to choose within that area. I just happened to choose the place,
Right.
with the, the candy cane and the backyard and all that. And it just happens to be year after year a honey hole. Was some weeks better than others, but
Yeah.
it is still
Yeah. I have another big thing I got to talk about.
okay.
I can't believe I forgot.
Well, I'm glad you remembered.
I saw a TikTok, so we know it's true,
That's what I heard.
of the picture of the inside of an apartment.
Yeah.
The inside of the apartment, it's like a bay window, chung, 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 right? And through the shades, which the shades are down, but you can see the shadows in the street. Someone asked AI, where was this picture taken? And AI knew.
Okay.
No hunting spot is secret.
Yeah.
Every hunting spot you see on YouTube, AI is going to be able to give you the lat and long to every elk killed. What's going to happen? What is the result of that going to be? Because first of all, I've always found it comical that everyone is so secretive about their spots. I find it comical because what are you going to do? Go there? It's miserable. You don't want to go there. Go ahead. Come on up. Right? That's sort of my attitude. And the other side of that is, everybody thinks that their spot is sacred and secret, and that no one else could ever find it. And they always complain when other people do, and
Yeah.
So here, just
Are you saying we should stop using the code? Because I like our code language.
I like our code language too.
But it's more or less for us to communicate when we're out in the field, because it's the places that when we're trying
the
to,
Candy Cane and Elk Ridge and the backyard and all that stuff. Nobody knows where that is. But if there's a video out there going, hey, we're a place we call the backyard. That's a
screenshot,
whole video.
ask AI,
yeah, that's a whole video of, hey, where was this taken? Because I've uploaded videos of some drone flights when I took my racing drone way up to the highest lake in Idaho. And I asked AI, hey, how can I keyword this to make it better to sell on a stock website? And it's like, oh, that's a great video of Goat Lake, right? It just knew where I was already. Yeah. I didn't have to tell it. And if you ask and pry, you can look at the video. You can go to Google Earth and you can ask AI, say, where is this? You can go to Google Earth and go, oh yeah, that matches.
Huh.
Right? I know where those guys are. So here's my prediction.
Okay.
Every place is secret right now, right? When every place is not a secret, nothing's really going to change. Nothing's going to change. Everybody's secret is out. Everybody has someone else's secret places to go. It's not going to change anything.
It's a glut of information rather than a rut of information.
Other than it may be an increase in hunters.
Right.
So when Professor Thorpe from MIT wrote the book Beat the Dealer about blackjack, how to beat blackjack, they were like, Vegas is like, we got to close our blackjack operation.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to learn how to do this. You have to be super level genius to understand how to count cards and play blackjack. But Dunning-Kruger,
okay,
it led to an increase in blackjack winnings for the house.
Because
everybody thought they could beat the dealer. You read a book, oh, I could beat the dealer. Honey, we're going to Vegas. And Vegas made so much money because Professor Thorpe from MIT wrote Beat the Dealer. And everybody thinks they can beat the dealer. It is a system that you can beat the dealer with.
Yeah.
But you got to be really, really smart to
dedicated to practice.
Yeah, that's a really good example for the Dunning-Kruger effect, I think, actually.
Yeah, they're overconfident. So something else came across my pal today that I thought would be kind of interesting. We've talked about it before, and I just realized, and I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's been a new documentary on the film of Bigfoot, that original film.
Yes. Yeah, the Patterson film.
Have you heard about
this? We
this?
talked about it.
Yeah, but have you heard about the new documentary?
No.
So Chris Anderson, a colleague of mine,
Yeah.
talked about he had heard and read
Yeah.
about this film at, I think, the Sundance Festival or whatever's going on right now, and so I would like to watch this.
Yeah.
And it's spoiler alert, but that doesn't mean I don't want to watch it because I still want to
know.
watch it. So here it's called Capturing Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's about this film. Turns out what's the name of the guy that captured
Patterson.
it? Patterson.
Yeah.
Somewhere they found an undeveloped roll of film from Patterson
Okay.
of them
Practicing.
practicing.
Yeah. Yeah. Practice makes perfect. And that Patterson film has lived a long time.
Yep. So, just saying. But I'm willing to believe. Show me a Bigfoot. I'm willing to believe. Show me an alien.
I want to believe. I don't, but I really want to.
Anyway, he made the comment that he and I don't know that it's. I feel like there's a lot of animosity towards Meldrum. Meldrum recently passed.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, if only Meldrum was around for this. I'm like, don't be the man while he's down. Come on.
Yeah.
now. But anyway.
Yeah, I love. It was Jeff Meldrum, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, such a great
Anyway.
guy. What a good voice too. Good speaker. So great. Anyway,
That's it.
all right. Until next time. Who knows when that'll be? Goodbye.
Cheers. In the morning light, before dawn, bow grip tight, heart beating strong. Through the forest, ancient giants roam. In the land where the wild calls me home. Through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze, driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty where the hunter and elk meet. The mountains rise, kissed by the sun. In September, where I belong. Bugles echo loudly through the veil. A symphony of an ancient tale. Through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze, driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty where the hunter and elk meet. Silent as the morning mist, I travel on with careful grace. Every shadow, every sound surrounds me in this wild embrace. The challenge and the thrill, the patience and the skill, in the dance of life and nature, my heart's forever filled. As the sun sets, shadows long and deep, I find my place with the memories I keep. The chase and the beauty of a day gone by. Deep in the mountains, my spirit cries. Through the whispering pines and the autumn breeze, driven by the chase, crisp air I breathe. With every step I take, earth beneath my feet. In nature's beauty, out where the hunter and elk meet. Here's to the wild places where the elk and I both roam. The chase that brings us closer to the place that I call home.
I am one with nature's wonder, with my bow here